F1 2017, it's finally here. We have a release date, we have a trailer, we have some screenshots, and as of this moment right now, the game is now officially launched. It's been announced. Classic cars are making a return to the game. It's probably like the biggest, headline act of F1 2017 so far that we can talk about. So let's have a look at the trailer and see what F1 2017 is all about. So there it is, the first trailer of F1 2017. As you saw there at the end of the trailer, the release date is the 25th of August 2017. So we're only a few months away now, about 4 months, so that's absolutely incredible. It's just around the corner. But yeah, the 3 classic cars are going to be coming with the game. The McLaren MP4-4, the 1988 one, driven by Ayrton Senna. Iconic car. One of my favorite cars ever in Formula 1. The other one is the 2002 Ferrari F2002, driven by Michael Schumacher. I drove that at Codemasters back in February on David Greco's setup, and that car sounds incredible. It handles almost like an F1 2016 car as well. It's just capable of very similar speeds, but the engine noise was something else. You guys are really going to enjoy that car. And finally, the last car that has been announced so far of the classic mode is the 1992 Williams FW14B. So that one is the one with the active suspension, traction control, all that good stuff before the FIA clamped down on those kind of rules. So you've got 3 very different handling cars, very different sounding cars. The McLaren and the Williams are very close in terms of pace. I'd say about 2 seconds, maybe a second and a half, depending on the circuit, between the McLaren and the Williams. But yeah, they all handle so very differently. The McLaren is quite understeery, just like the Williams, but the McLaren, I'd say, is more fun, more unpredictable. When you go into corners, it just likes to slide out the back end and all. I'll get onto the handling later on, but I should probably talk about the new things that are coming to F1 2017 now, which I will do so. So I have a media release from Codemasters themselves, which I'm going to read out now. Basically, Codemasters and Koch Media today announced that F1 2017, the official video game, will include the return of classic F1 cars to the series, as well as an even deeper career mode, numerous multiplayer enhancements, and a brand new championships game mode. And just like we saw at the end of the launch trailer, F1 2017 will be launching worldwide on August 25th, 2017. So yeah, so hyped to this game. There's so much more to come that Codemasters are holding back as well. So I'm really excited to talk about that, as well as all the other classic cars that are coming. I think in the press release they said there's a further 11 cars that are coming to the F1 2017 game. And those are some of the most iconic F1 cars that we've seen from the past 30 years. So some real fan favorites there. And it's a really true grab at the classic car series this time. F1 2013 was alright. They didn't have McLarens back then, but now they've well and truly made up for that by including some just incredible cars. And some of which, I've only driven the first 3 that have been launched today. Some of the ones that are coming in the future, I can't wait to see and drive and just hear what they sound like now in an F1 game. I'm so excited. So how are the classic cars going to work this year, you ask? Well, basically this year they've been made more mainstream into the single-player focus of the game. So classic cars, yes, it has its own separate game mode, like it did in F1 2013, but it's been brought into the mainstream career mode element of the game. So it makes it accessible for everyone. It makes the classic cars a lot more relevant. That was something that was lacking in the last attempt on F1 2013. So now in your career mode campaign, you'll get to certain points in the season, maybe after Spain or something like that. You will be taken in by what Lee Mather describes is like a rich playboy, you know, bachelor kind of guy who has a big collection of cars, and he, you know, he doesn't have the driving skill himself. He just collects the cars, and he approaches you, the career mode driver, at a certain point, and he says, hey, would you like to come into this invitational event and try one of my cars? And it's different to the regular career mode aspect. It's not a race. It's more or less like a challenge. You try and beat maybe a target lap time. I know what some aspects of them are going to be, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say what some of the other elements of that invitational event are going to be, but maybe if you follow me on Twitter, I'll let you know if I can say fully what everything is going to entail about that. I'll need to get some permission, but yeah, it's really good, and it's going to break up the season a lot more, give you like a different challenge from just the regular, you know, career mode campaign of trying to win the championship or whatever. If you're in a back market car, just jumping in the classic cars is like something different, just a change of pace, just something to spice up the season a little bit more and make it not so repetitive. So I really like it. As well as the addition of, you know, the classic cars and what you can do with the invitational events, there's also the addition of, you know, different layouts of certain tracks. Like Silverstone has a number of different track layouts that you can try, and F1 2017 is going to allow us to try maybe shorter versions of certain tracks like Silverstone or Abu Dhabi, for example. And I believe we can do those in multiplayer, so that is going to be really cool as well. Speaking of multiplayer, there's a whole slew of multiplayer features that are coming to F1 2017. It hasn't specified what they are in the press release, so unfortunately I can't talk about those at the moment. That'll come at a later date, so subscribe to the channel if you're new to my channel to see those videos when they do come out. But yeah, multiplayer is finally getting a little bit of love versus previous games as well, which is so exciting. Just scrolling down the press release that I have from Codemasters here, I think that's pretty much all I can talk about at the moment. So yeah, F1 2017, it's looking very exciting at the moment. The 2017 cars in themselves are so much different to 2016 in the way they handle. So much more downforce, bigger, wider tyres, wider cars as well. You know, when driving the game itself, it actually doesn't feel like you're driving a really wide car at the moment, and maybe that'll change when the full game comes out. But yeah, the cars are so quick compared to F1 2016. So you guys know that I drive the Mercedes, fully upgraded, Season 5 in career mode, and that car in itself is maybe 2 or 3 seconds faster than the stock 2016 cars. But when I'm jumping onto 2017, the handling differences are so crazy. It's so much faster. The G-forces that you can take into some corners, it's absolutely incredible. So it's gonna, it feels like a, well, it is a brand new game, obviously, but the new era has really accentuated how different the cars handle, and it's gonna take an entirely different driving approach to make these cars work better in the new game. So yeah, just really excited to get my teeth stuck into career mode once again, which is being expanded upon as well from the good points that we had in F1 2016. There's even more depth being added to that element of the game too. So that's pretty much all I can talk about at this stage. As well, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, but especially Twitter. I'll talk more about F1 2017 in detail as news breaks, and when more news comes out as well, I'll make another video like this. So make sure you stay subscribed to the channel to see this, more news videos, career mode, online videos, league racing videos when F1 2017 comes out. I'm really excited, and it's only, I just really hope the next 4 months just flies by and we can get our hands on the game as soon as possible. That's pretty much it in terms of the announcement and any further news regarding the game for now. One last thing though, at the end of the press release, it says that you can get the McLaren MP4-4 with the launch of the game if you pre-order, or if you buy it like on day one. But if you don't get in early, you can also like buy it separately once the game comes out, if you so wish to drive that car in particular. But that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you smash the like button on this video. That'll be much appreciated. Maybe even share it out to your friends if they're F1 game fans or they love Formula 1 in general as a sport. The sport this year has just, you know, been taken to new heights, and hopefully the game can push the boundaries as well in terms of what an F1 game can do, and really like bring the community together, and the online platform can just be, you know, really, really awesome. That's what I'm hoping for this year. Hopefully you guys stay tuned for more videos from me, whether it be news videos, career mode, online, league stuff, all that. Make sure you subscribe to see that. And yeah, I'll get those videos out to you as soon as possible. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Until my next video, guys, I'll see you next time. F1 2017, it's finally here. It's just been announced to the world as of like literally right now. So, I looked down at my hand, didn't I?
When have you ever won a watch?
Never.
Take this.